Okay, so I went to the library today and got a bit of a library haul. I got a few books. I'm going to start with the two that I requested. It took a couple days for them to come in. Technically, stuff was ready on Friday, but by the time I was ready to go, they were closed. So, sticker off there. And yesterday it was storming pretty bad, so today I went and picked them up. So this is Toil and Trouble by Augustin Burroughs. It is his most recent memoir. I hope he writes more because I really enjoy his stuff. I might just go ahead and start reading his actual novels. But man, I really love his memoirs, and I know novels are a lot different, but this is about, I'm pretty sure it's about his witch ancestors, because he's from Massachusetts and there's a lot of witch stuff there. So hoping it'll be really good. I mean, it kind of sounds more Halloween, but I don't really care. So the second book I got, or requested and got, whatever, is Daughter of Molokai by Ellen Brenner. This is the sequel to Molokai. It's about her daughter's life. It's about how Japanese Americans were treated during World War II and internment camps, which I think is something that is very looked over a lot of the time, which I hate in any history, but I feel like American history loves to gloss over anything, and that just, anything bad, like slavery, how, like, Trail of Tears, that kind of stuff. It just makes me mad. But I really like how it's got a 2 on it. Technically, it's, like I said, this is from another library, but I really like how it's letting you know in case you care about that kind of thing. But honestly, I didn't really look at the synopsis because I already know what it's about. But I think it would work as a standalone because it's about the daughter. Next up, I got And I Survived the book. I Survived the Wellington Avalanche of 1910. I've read the Pompeii one a couple months ago, and I've heard about them through, like, a couple librarians on TikTok. Meet Me in the Media Center and the Contoured Librarian. And I thought these are really cool because they're short and they're historical fiction, and I like how it's about all kinds of different stuff. Because, like, I never knew about a Wellington Avalanche in 1910. No one... That's not something that I think is common knowledge unless maybe you're in New Zealand or know about avalanches or something. I digress. I really like how Pompeii one was like 93 pages, so I like how they're pretty short, and for someone like me, that's something you can read in a day, and I really like that, you're reading a book, but you also get it done pretty quickly, too. So, next up I got Sink by Ellen Hopkins. So something about my library is it's an upstairs, and like all the fiction, non-fiction, young adult, it's all up there. And the elevator system has been real wonky, excuse me, the last few months. So I was really excited that it was working today because the last couple times I've been there, it hasn't. And the last couple weeks I've been thinking about Ellen Hopkins and seeing if they have any of her things. And I haven't really read anything relatively new. Because, like, I read, like, the Crank series and stuff, and that was, like, her earlier works. So I hadn't really paid attention to anything new in the last few years. And so I saw that they had this, and they had Tilt, but Tilt is a sequel to something else that I don't think I've read. So this one's about twins separated through the foster system. Ow. Which I think is really interesting. And I like how when you read her books, they're like 500-600 pages, but really they're not, because they're just in verse. So, and I like that it's about serious topics with her stuff. The last book I got was Meet Me in Paradise by Libby Hupsher. I did want to get another book on top of the ones I had, but I was hardly able to carry this after a while. And also, you can check out baskets, but that would make me get like twice as many books, and I don't really need to do that to myself. So this one, she lives in Tennessee and she hasn't left the state since her mom died. She was like a photographer on like assignment or something, and she ends up dying traveling, so she didn't want to travel anymore, and I forget the reason, but she does end up traveling and finds out all the stuff she's been missing on, and she meets this guy, and it sounds really good. So so yeah, that's my little last, well, I'm not gonna get anything else in the next couple days from the library, so the little library haul for June of this year.